views and commentaries expressed in the following program may not reflect your opinions, views, ideas, perspectives, beliefs, attitudes, philosophies, impressions regarding the stereotypical representation of Latinos. As a matter of fact, we find some of this content offensive ourselves. Welcome to the Best of Latino 101 Season 2. Let's explore some of 101's best lessons. What do women want?
Actually, if he has money...
Money.
Fast cars and tiny penises.
Naked millionaires are better than naked broke guys.
He's rich, right?
It is really important to date a guy that wears great cologne. My favorite cologne is that 401k. It smells good.
What do men want?
I like large boobies. Boobs.
They're nice.
The important bits.
Boobs are happiness. Huge fake hands. Boobs.
I like girls with boyfriends because you're not really committed. Like I was dating a married woman in LA and she cheated on me. Not with her husband, with someone else. So together we're not doing our job. I'm not worth 50% of a good lay. You know how angry I was? Like I called him too. I was like, yo, your wife is cheating on us. And we need to talk to her because this is disrespectful. And she did it while she was with you. You were supposed to have my back.
Dating do's and don'ts.
First of all, stop listening to Oprah and her stooge Dr. Phil and all this bull about women are from Venus and men are from Mars. No, we're just different. We like what we like, you like what you like. Let me go see my Clint Eastwood movies. I want to see a movie with a guy shooting up an entire town. I don't want to see some damn Julia Roberts eating and praying and loving. This is bull. I want to see killing and death.
What are some dating deal breakers?
You don't have any teeth, yet you smile a lot. That's a deal breaker.
I have a hair on my nipples, though. So when girls suck them, there's flossing. 4 out of 5 dentists have recommended me.
Men out there that are a little hairier, can you just maybe trim a little? I went out with a Latino guy and his pants came off and it was like 1970s. What is that afro doing there? A disco ball came down from the ceiling and John Travolta popped out of his afro like, hey!
Interracial dating.
This is the difference between dating a Latina and any other race, is she will get off and push. That's the beauty of it. It's that she knows what's up. She's like, hey, I get it. Sometimes the car won't start, you know? Other races just don't get it.
If you date a Latina, you've got way more holidays to celebrate, way more. You got Cinco de Mayo, Cesar Chavez Day, you got a billion birthday parties. Every weekend, you're like, really? Really? We have to go to your second cousin's kindergarten graduation.
Yo, what's up, love? What? Damn, you remind me a lot of my next girlfriend, girl. Tú eres loco! Because I only want to date black men, Puerto Rican men, and break dancers. Break dancers? What? You want some of this? What? Oh, what? Ah. Ooh. Oh, this Jew has skills. What? And he's circumcised. Oh, you want some tuts? Where you going?
That shirt is very becoming. I think she's feeling me. Who's your daddy, girl? Oh, mira esa berenjenita ahí que me gusta. Ay, coño. Oh. What up, Ma?
Hey.
I'm a baseball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know. That's fascinating.
Yeah, playing Little League.
See, I know I'm not a hot guy. I'm what you ladies call rebound material. When your last words are, just leave me here. I come out of the bushes. What happened? Because see, women never wake up happy with me. They wake up surprised. I'm like naked, wearing a Nacho Libre mask. Baby, I made you a hot pocket.
Want some dating tips? Dating 101 with Michelle Buteau. I wouldn't mind giving her my dating tip.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna give you the 101 on dating. Tip number 1, he should always pay. That's right, don't touch it unless he paid, okay?
Tip number 2, try and get his password to his email, to his account, whatever you can. Check him out. Tip number 3, butt sex.
Time to grow up, boys and girls, and learn about sexual education Latino 101 style.
Sex ed. Whoa.
How did I find out about the birds and the bees?
I just learned from like Cinemax.
I didn't learn about the birds and the bees. This is all self-discovery.
Mexican mothers and fathers, they don't talk to you about sex.
Let's take a Snickers bar, okay? And a donut.
Yeah, my dad said, stop dirtying all the towels. He looked under my bed and found like 10 wash towels. And he said, what's all this? And I said, remember the last time I had that badass cold? He said, I must have had a flu all summer.
Intercourse, the opposite of outercourse.
Get some rum, get some music, and get some condoms. Ow!
I might not like you to pinch my nipples that hard. Thank you. Ow. Ow. Don't bite them till they bleed. That's not me. Ow! Ow, ow! I'm not into that.
Somebody who you have a lot of love for, it's hard to, say, Mommy, could I do a facial on you? Or, Mommy, could I slap you?
I remember I was with a girl once who said, I want you to choke me, right? And I said, nah, I don't play that. Choke me. I did not want to choke this girl. Boom, you like that? Boom, boom, in the kidney. I'm a Latin lover. Boom.
You ever been with a girl and you're going at it and it's like doggy style? And the best way to do it is before you punch her in the back of the head. When you hit her in the back of the head, she squeezes, so nothing goes through. I don't know if you knew this, no? Is that too mean? The donkey punch, is that what it's called? Camera guy's going like, he's writing it down. All right.
Other guys, they like the little massage. So if you really want that, you need to let me know. I'm willing to learn. Just baby wipe it. Baby wipe it before. I gotta keep it clean. Some guys like it.
I think if you're gonna do the butt sex, you gotta wait till after you get married. It should be for like your 1-year anniversary. You gotta keep it real, you gotta keep it special, you gotta keep it different. You need a lot of liquor, a lot of lotion, and a lot of downward dogs.
Premarital sex.
Premarital sex is carefree. It's just like, rah, fwa.
Premarital sex, you're thinking about the person you're with. Marital sex is you're thinking about your wife's sister.
Homosexuality, or as I like to call it, door number 2. Let's make a deal.
I think gay men say that they're bisexual until they're comfortable saying that they're gay. And I think women say that they're bisexual until they sober up.
Now, I do not believe that people can be bisexual. I don't care how many women you try to throw in the situation. If you dudes, you're gay.
Gay guys are always happy. You know what I mean? They could be at a funeral and they're still happy. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so sad. Wah! You ain't dead, bitch, wake up. Ooh, that bitch is dead. Oh my God. You look so good dead though, bitch. I wish you were alive.
Pull up to the table and let's talk firsts. Your first time, your first love, your first job, and many other firsts.
I'll never forget the first time I got lucky sexually. It was awesome. It was in the back of a 2009 Honda Accord.
My first time was in a back seat of the car because we were high school. So that was like, that's a hotel room.
My first sexual experience was with a woman. I can move on.
First time I did, I was really careful. 2 condoms, dental dam, goggles, and then oven mitts. And she looked at me like, are we gonna have sex or are you gonna disassemble a nuclear weapon?
Oh, my first time that I got to first, second, third home, it was in reverse because I was being born. Straight out my mom's Virginia, right to her boob, you know what I'm saying? Boom, in reverse.
Well, the first time I had sex, man, I was like 16 years old. And I had sex with this girl, right, in high school. And then she started bleeding.
The first time I had sex with my ex-boyfriend was sort of like a ride at Disneyland. 3 hours of waiting for a 2-minute ride. Makes you feel a little nauseous. No refunds.
It was like blood, but I didn't know, that hymen thing. I didn't know. I thought I killed her. I was like, ah, yeah, a lot of sangre. It looked like a murder scene.
Oh my God, my first
That I got or that I gave? The first I ever gave, I got tricked. This guy told me that he was one of the Ohio players. And he was from Ohio. And he was a player. But he wasn't one of the Ohio players. My naive ass is like, really? You are? Oh my God, I love that album. I was stupid.
My first Dewey. Oops, sorry. DUI. I'm a little drunk.
If you get pulled over under the influence, try to hold your jaw together. Don't be talking to the cop like this.
837-820-584.
Try to get this together, like, try to hold yourself together, talk like this. How you doing, officer? Make sure your driver's license matches your eyes. Like, when I took my driver's license, I made sure my eyes were really red. So when he pulls me over, oh, this guy's normal. He's a blood donor. Or I'm an organ donor. Though some people don't want to receive it.
This is Women's Studies.
The advantages of being a woman.
First of all, we have a so we rule the world, basically. Wars have been started over that little hole we got down there. Women have no power, but the is very powerful.
If God created Eve, why didn't he create better ladies' rooms? There's too many locks on the doors.
We get in those things and we have to hover the toilet like that. That's why we have really strong quads. You see this? We go like this. Oh yeah, you can do it. Yeah. We encourage each other over the stalls. Yeah, you got it? Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, you're doing good. If we sit down, we have to put like 400 layers of toilet paper on that nasty thing. Ugh. And then we have to hold our pants up, you know? Because we don't want our underwears touching the muddy ground. It's like Bowflex in there. It's like, ah, ah. And try holding that stupid door with your head. It's like, ah,
And now it's time for How to Build a Family with Jade Catapreta.
1, find a man. 2, pretend like you never poop and that you're really pleasant in the morning. 3, get pregnant. 4, trap him in the basement. 5, contact his parents and tell them that if they don't give you $3 million, their son is never coming back.
Only threaten a man if you are a threat. Rihanna can't threaten Chris Brown. You whoop her down. But Precious could. Precious say, open my door. You better open that damn door. Quickly.
Are women smarter than men?
Whew, my wife? She's much smarter than me, really. I love gaining knowledge. I just don't like to read. She looked at me and said, I'll tell you what, Mr. Smarty Pants, for every book you finish, I'll... Books on tape, buddy. I'm up to 5 books a day. That woman is exhausted. She's exhausted. Last week, she got lockjaw. And I said, you are interrupting James Earl Jones.
A message to all the women of the world. You are the reason we have hope. Continue. Only kidding. Come on.
Breastfeeding in public. I've done it. Delicioso.
I think it's cool if your are nice.
I'm saying, if it gotta be done, if the baby crying constantly, you know what I mean? And he's like, yo, I gotta eat, you gotta do that.
Because people are like, oh my God, it's natural. Why do you think it's gross? It's natural. Pooping is natural. And I just don't take that liberty on the sidewalk.
Breastfeeding in public with Denzel Washington.
Okay, you're breastfeeding. All right, that's right. That's good. You pull out the breast and you make that, all right. The baby sucking on that milk. Okay, all right. Yeah.
I always like to nibble on something in the theater. Her name is Jennifer.
We do like to sneak food in. Chicken drumettes are perfect. I feel so sorry for the people who clean up the movie theater after and they're expecting to find a box of popcorn, but it's a boneyard.
Took some chicken Alfredo in before, and then it'd be smelling all good, and the lady be trying to stop it. Preferably, you want to walk with a crowd so you can get in.
I do not sneak food into the movie theater because my white guy conscience won't let me. Latinos have all kinds of, they break out a table. They're rolling flour and making a whole feast.
When I bring my menudo, whoa, that clears them out. I want to roll for myself, like a section, open up my menudo, and wow, no one sits in front of me, or even to the side, or at least 5 chairs over.
Talking in the movies? I'm sorry, excuse me. I do it, I can't help it. I don't know if it's cultural. I don't know where it comes from, but that's me. I'm hollering at the movie screen. Bitch, don't you see him? But I think it's more the comedian in me than it is the black person. But the black person gives me the license to do it, because then when a white person shushes you, you can usually shut them up with, "Silence is golden, lady." Turn around for I'll f you up.
Shh, no talking in the theater. Good movies are hard to find.
The most fun Hispanic movie is still Scarface.
Now, Scarface is gangster.
People like you need people like me, so you can point the finger and say that's the bad guy, okay?
I love seeing all the Latino guys doing an impression of the Italian guy who's doing an impression of the Latino guys.
But let me tell you something. This is the best bad guy that ever walked into this restaurant.
Bad movies are a good excuse to look for other ways to enjoy yourself in the theater.
Latino movies that should have never been made. Chasing Papi.
Chasing Papi.
Chasing Papi. Because it was one of those things we saw on TV. It's like, oh, Latinos, and Latinos were like, oh, we gotta support this. And then you went to the theater like,
I can't believe this is only the previews. I'm ready to go right now. This is horrendous.
Would I work with M. Night? Yeah. I heard he's doing Signs Part 2. It has to do with the Latino community in America. Like San Diego, they have signs of, parents and children crossing. And it should start off with Latino president, right? Like Pedro Sanchez. And that's gonna be like a big shocker to everyone, because it's like the whole discovery about, wow, they're here.
On behalf of all Indian people, I would love to apologize for all of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, especially Lady in the Water.
Edward James Olmos is a lot like me, except he's talented and successful.
I love Edward James Olmos.
He was in Selena.
You will not date him.
Stand and Deliver.
Calculus or whatever. Remember that? And he was like, what's 8 times 7? And you're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember that? And you're like, that doesn't work.
Hey, little puppet, don't look me in the eye. Get out of the streets of your mind, carnal, to a table full of memories. I don't think he does enough movies. He would have been a great Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates, to see. Edward James Olmos in Ghostbusters, Slimer. Come down and see. Look at me when I'm talking to you, okay?
He'd be a great librarian, though, I think. That low voice. Imagine he's in the library. People making noise. He goes, I told you to be quiet. The next time I come back here, I'm gonna kick your ass, you understand me? So read your book.
He scares the hell out of me, man.
I'm a huge Battlestar Galactica fan. He's the best Adama ever. Scares the hell out of me.
Latino 101 honors that Edward James Olmos is the most Latino man in the world.
I'm so Latino. I'm the reason they invented the color brown. I'm so tough. Not even the pinchy border will cross me. I'm so militant that my middle name is afraid of my last name. Did you see me in mi familia? All right. You may live.
Latino 101 discovered a lost audition tape of Gene Bomba. This is what happened.
Your line is, hey, Mamacita, don't you know I'm loco?
Okay. Hey, Mamacita, don't you know I'm loco?
That was great, but can we get it a little more Latino?
Sure, yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
of course.
Great.
Latino it up just a notch?
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit, no problem. Hey, Mamacita, don't you know I'm loco? How's that one?
That was good. More third world.
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
More chiclets.
Whoa, okay, more chiclets, more like, okay, I see. You're good. You guys are good. That's better, more authenticity. Hey, Mamacita, tú no sabes. Está un... Shoot. Can we, just one more?
Can we do it again? Do you need a sombrero? Maybe we need to get him a sombrero. Would you wear a sombrero?
I really don't want to wear a sombrero.
How about an accordion?
You know, I prefer not to use the accordion.
Maybe like if you just finished beating your wife, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ha ha! Now we're getting somewhere. Just finished beating my wife. Hello, Mamacita. Don't you know I'm loco? How was that accent?
You know, more poor. Can you get more poor?
More illiterate?
Yeah, 4th grade.
Okay, let's go. Hey, Mamacita. Don't you know? I ain't like what uno de locos. I don't know nothing. I can't really do this.
Can you sing La Cucaracha?
Can I say La Cucaracha? You know, I was gonna ask you if I say La Cucaracha. Also, I was wondering, maybe I can get your daughter pregnant. How about that? How about if I get your little 15-year-old pregnant and you guys do it that way? You wanna validate your
That's the man.
Impressions. I do impressions. This is actually an impression. This is my real voice. This is some bullshit.
Yo soy el expresidente Jorge Bush. He estado estudiando con la Rosetta Stone, la piedra de Rosetta, aprendiendo español. Yo vivo en Texas. Es cerca. Arizona, no sé qué está pasando aquí. I love my Latinos. Good.
Well, Christina Aguilera, I always wondered what it would be like when she was learning the alphabet as a kid. That must have taken forever to get through. Oh, oh yeah. Be yourself. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. The teacher's like, oh my God, I gotta get her out of my classroom.
Wow, wow, what's cracking? It's the Digo Double G, the big Snoop Dogg.
Okay, so here's the thing. I had a run-in with Renee Zellweger. First off, she is way too skinny. She's what I call skinny skank. And second off, a lot of people don't know this, but she's a total lush and a coke whore. Her favorite drink is Jack and Blow.
Love Owen Wilson, because he always sounds like he wants to tell you a secret in movies, you know? Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. I got a real important secret to tell you, man, yeah. You can't tell anyone, okay? Okay, okay. I wouldn't want to be in a building and it started on fire and Owen had to let me know. Go get out of here, man, yeah. Save your life, yeah. You're gonna die. Drew Barrymore.
¿Cuántos años tienen? Oh, that's so wonderful.
Christopher Walken. I've never heard him in Spanish, but he would sound something like, Quiero hablar con la gente latina. Están viendo CTV. CTV, muy bueno. Me gusta mucho. Yo algunas veces quiero ir a Colombia. Love it. Latinos. Good stuff. A lot of fun.
Oh my God. I love Sarah Silverman.
That would be a really funny interview. I think Barbara Walters would be like,
So, Sarah Silverman, what's been new in your life?
Why do you sound like that?
This just in. NAC News has received reports that the source of yesterday's inexplicable wave of destruction downtown was... This is just unbelievable. Chupacabras. We've received photos that show for the first time anywhere a creature that was previously believed to be mythical. Experts are baffled by these, arguing that it's a hoax.
What makes you think that chupacabra is a superstition?
The Spanish version of the Loch Ness Monster, but they scare me more because the Loch Ness Monster, he lives in the water, and the chupacabra, I feel like he could just, run into my apartment or something and hide under my bed.
Blood-sucking goat eater of Mexico and Puerto Rico too. Dominican Republic, I think they have the same stories.
Oh my God. You know what? A chupacabras is now a porn star.
La Llorona, the ghost of an unwed jilted bride. Hey, what can I say? Sometimes you gotta love them and leave them.
La Llorona is true. As freaky as that is, I'd like to date her. She's roaming around, crying, hasn't gotten laid. Somebody's gotta hit that.
Yeah, mythical creatures like La Llorona, El Cucuy, Chespirito. I don't know any Latino kid who didn't fear the cast of Chespirito.
El Cucuy, man, I don't care who's under my bed. Look who's under my window. I think I'm carrying some guy under my bed? At least he doesn't have a gun. I'm gonna kick away him.
Let's talk superstitions.
If you go in a bathroom and you turn out the lights and you say Bloody Mary 10 times, the Bloody Mary would show up and I could never get to 10. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. And then at the 9th one, Bloody, I'd run out. Too loud? Sorry. But that's how I screamed, though, like a bitch. I was scared. I was very scared. That's why I screamed like a bitch just now. Sorry.
I hear that if you say Eric Estrada 3 times real fast in the dark, you're charged for a timeshare. Eric Estrada, Eric Estrada, Eric Estrada.
In this lesson of Latino 101, we discuss the holidays.
I can never find a holiday card that really describes how I feel about my mom or whatever. Dear Mom, thank you for never supporting me in any of my ambitions. Thank you for never showing up on time for any of my award shows. Thank you for always telling me I was never gonna amount to anything. Screw you, Nestor.
Columbus Day.
The ships reached land, and Columbus and his crew saw the people with reddish-brown skins who lived there.
Hello, savages! I'm Chris Columbus. I bring you gifts such as smallpox and genocide. In return, give me your land. Now show me to the casinos and the brown sugar. I want to poke some hunters.
I just know that for black people, and everyone loves cotton, but if we had to celebrate a plantation day once a year, son, once a year, you stand outside, and when the sun sets, the great massa rises from the cotton fields. Does it give us candy, Daddy? No, you just get an ass whooping. Happy Plantation Day!
New Year's Eve. That's when my balls drop.
I think I was like 17, 18 years old, and we started partying like 3 days before New Year's Eve. We got drunk one day, and into the next day, we were smoking, cigarettes. And I don't know why they got me high, but I got high. That day went by, and we were drinking. I don't remember that day. Then New Year's Eve came, and I was totally knocked out. The next day, New Year's Day, they told me that it was New Year's Eve. And I prepared for New Year's Eve all day, January 2nd.
Thanksgiving. I would be thankful if you choke on my wishbone.
I can only speak for the white Thanksgiving, and there's always like the little table for the kids, which I still sit at, and then there's the big table for the grown-ups, and there's lots of olives. I love olives. I like putting little olives on my fingers and eating the olives off my fingers. I like extra virgin olive oil. I like extra virgin olives. Little olives that have never been penetrated at Thanksgiving.
And now, Spanish lessons with a white person. Please translate peanut.
Kaka, what's up?
When I moved to New Canaan, it was Senora Greenberg teaching Connecticut boys and girls that red in Spanish was rojo. Can you say rojo? That is the proper pronunciación de español for red. You know that she mispronounced a Mexican exchange student's name? Miguel Vázquez? Señor Vázquez? ¿Dónde está, Señor Vázquez? Me llamo Miguel Vázquez. No, Señor Vázquez. Okay, Señora Greenberg. Me llamo Miguel Vázquez. He just wanted an A.
Are you ready for more Spanish lessons with a white person? Please translate Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
I learned Spanish in school, the little tape players where, they speak the words in English and then in Spanish.
My pencil is yellow. Mi lápiz es amarillo.
My tape player never worked. That's how I learned how to speak Spanish. Everybody thought I was, special. No, don't mess with Mikey. He's special. No special.
I can't get enough of these Spanish lessons with a white person. Please translate acculturation. Now here's some stereotypical ways of how to become a Latino.
10 brothers and sisters.
You have to be brown.
At least 15 wife beaters if you're a guy.
If you don't eat chili, you're not a real Latino.
Gotta fit at least 20 people to a car.
Liking the band Morrissey.
I think you gotta be a grandparent by the age of 30, right?
You have to at least rebel against the system somehow. Even if it means just going to Starbucks. Yo. I want hella foam.
Time to learn Spanish from a Dominican. Don't worry, I also don't know what the they're saying.
Oye, tú no me estás escuchando a mí, ven. No pongas conmigo, ¿no? Estás quieto, muchacho. Tú no entiendes. Me cae. Lo que es tuyo, lo que es mío, ya. All those Dominican words just mean this. Leave me alone, woman.
For the right price, give up your ethnicity, your pride, your self-respect.
I don't believe there's anything about selling out unless you're doing something that goes against your belief system. Like if you're not into slapping donkeys and then all of a sudden a major bubblegum company gives you a lot of money to do slapping donkey commercials. I'm totally against slapping donkeys. But I have to tell you, since a major bubblegum company authorized me and gave me $1 million, I'm all about slapping the donkeys. Slap as many donkeys as you can get. Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Oh, Latino loves mega stores. Because of the deals. Yeah.
No. That's not 879. Over here, 729, especial. No. No, 99 cents, 5.499. Especial, look here in the secular. No. The toilet paper is 2 for $5. 2 packs, big packs for $5.
Roberto Vanderpool.
No.
Alex Raimundo.
We hanging out at lawnmowers.
The Sixth Cent. Richard Villa explains the difference between Latino and non-Latino thinking.
Sometimes we mess up. Sometimes music plays in our heads and we don't know why. It just plays in our heads. And it's because we're Mexican-American or Latino-American and there's this song that plays in our heads before we make a messed up decision. It's true. For example, you'd be like, hey, I just bought a brand new car. Maybe I should get car insurance. Nah, I just make a fake one. And you're getting drunk and you're like, hey, I'm pretty drunk. Maybe I should call a taxi. Nah, I can drive. Now let's say you're drinking and driving, and you're driving down the street, and you see the cops. Oh my God, that's the cops! Maybe I should pull over. Catch me! Now you're in front of your computer. Let's say you made it home. Hey, this girl's only 14. Maybe I shouldn't talk to her. It's okay. My mom was 14 when she had me.
There are no Latin producers of automobiles. Yet, what other culture boasts the do-it-yourself spirit Latinos have for their rides?
We can take 5 junk cars and make 1 good car out of it.
Dominicans have one car that started out as a Toyota, and then they've got every other part around it, so it's different colors.
Pretty much, this is a 1979, 86, 92 Ford sedan, 2-door, full-back pickup truck. This car was half fully equipped. Because in the front, you had to roll up the windows, and in the back had the little power buttons. Radio's on, the brakes don't work. Turn off the radio, the brakes back up.
It's a Dominican car.
Coming to the stage, last comic standing winner, Felipe Esparza.
My dad was a typical guy. My dad would walk around the whole neighborhood and collect furniture and bring it home and fix it like MacGyver. One time he brought a television home. I said, look, that TV got 500 channels. When I got older, it didn't have 500 channels. It was a knob from the oven. Oh man, it's tough, cause see, I'm a single dad. People don't know what a single day is. That means that I'm that dad that gets stuck with the kids on weekends for some reason. And my girlfriend, she dropped my son up early too, like around noon. My mom lets him in my room. And I have to give my son advice the other day about women. My son is a 9-year-old girlfriend. He's 5. He goes, Daddy, I'm dating a cougar just like you. She's 9. He's trying to save up money to buy her something. I don't know where he got that from, not from me. So I gotta give him advice about women, you know? I just told him, listen, mijo, the first girl you fall in love with, later on in life, she's not gonna mean nothing to you. You don't believe me? Ask your mom, she'll tell you the truth.
Next up, comedy legend, Skippy Green.
Knock, knock. Benny. Benny Chance, you want to lick my... Here's another one. Knock, knock. Howard. How would you like to lick my... Knock, knock. Wendy. When do you think you're gonna lick my... Knock, knock. Amanda. A man does love his licked every now and then. Knock, knock. Mike. Mike won't lick themselves. Knock, knock. Dimitri. Dimitri, that's what I call my... Now lick the roots. Knock, knock. Rachel. Rachel, a little further back there when you lick them. Get some... Knock, knock. Todd. Ta-da! Lick him. Knock, knock. Darren. They're in perfect condition, so give me a little licky. Knock, knock. Sarah. Sarah, another girl who wants to lick my... Nope, you win. Knock, knock. Jorge. Hey, lick my... Knock, knock. The Jewish giraffe. Lick my...
Next, give it up for Jane Capretta.
There's a new commercial out, thing called the Shake Weight. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's just this. This is all you do, and it's like you're doing this, and somebody walks in, they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just getting ready for a marathon of giving a bunch of hand, just like a bunch of mega hand It's like, how do you know when you're done with your workout? Oh, it just like squirts water in your face when you're done. Just a bunch of water squirts all over your face. I know I want one of those because I want to be able to just like rip a off if I want to. Like at any moment, any place, from any angle, just rip it right off.
So what will a Latino future be like? I don't know. Hopping in El Camino and hit 88 miles per hour.
Everyone would be like Walter Mercado eyes. Imagine the world being full of Walter Mercados. Scorpio, las cosas no están too good para ti en el futuro.
The Latino world of 2050. Here are the major changes. The LA Dodgers are now the US Senate. Cold Stone only serves churros. And there's a fence around Arizona to keep the people in.
Latinos are on other planets. Of course, they went to Saturn because it's the only planet with rims.
Aquarius, estás muy mojado.
Latinos are on other planets taking care of the aliens' babies. Just push them around in strollers.
The year 2050, Latinos will be the majority. Let's take a tour. Future Farm.
Well, this is really interesting. It looks like I'm the only redhead white guy left.
Wow. Look at all these bright colors. Whoa. Is that a Fanta fountain? Oh my God, si se pudo, si se pudo.
The National Bank of Cheech Marin. Wow, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Icy man. Coco, cherry, cherry, Coco. Thank you, Icy man.
Hey, T. It's about time you got your green papers. Hey, get out of the way!
It's just aliens.
Get a license! A license! Great, I'm getting pulled over again.
Funny, it's a Mexican world, but white women are everywhere. What's up with that? Oh, man.
In the future, we will be able to build the perfect woman.
Oh, hi, lovely.
Hello, darling.
Oh.
Can I rub your feet while you watch the game?
Mm.
Can I get you a beer?
All of the above.
So, darling, I've been thinking. My friend Carla called me earlier, and she'd like to join us later.
Oh.
Is that okay with you?
That's a coincidence, sweetheart, because that's exactly what I was thinking. It's good to be in the future.
So, darling, I've already mowed the lawn and washed your car. After the game, do you think we could go fishing or something?
That would be wonderful, darling.
Error. Who was calling your phone last night? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you?
When I was 12, a gust of wind could get me excited enough to plow a tree. I actually put my in a tree, and I started to laugh because I realized I was literally a woodpecker. Transformers! This year's been tough for me. One of my dear friends, who I met in the early 80s, passed away, Gary Coleman. In honor of him, I like to tell this story whenever I can. It's a true story. It was 1986. Me and Gary Coleman split the cost of a hooker. You'll love this. So, she's knelt down between the two of us, and she is doing a great job. Not very ambidextrous, so she's kind of off rhythm with her left. So I turned to Gary Coleman. I go, Gary, isn't this funny? We're getting different strokes. I'll never forget this. I was 8 years old, and she was my 24-year-old grade school teacher. She kept me after school because she wanted to help me with the 3 R's, which are reading, writing, and arithmetic. It ended up me helping her with the other 3 R's, relaxing, reclining, and job. She gave me a big A, and I gave her a big O, if you know it. Scooby-Doo! First time I disappointed my parents. I think being on this show would count for the first time. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I'm kidding. I love this show. Good show. Good crowd. I think the big difference between Latino audiences and non-Latinos is a non-Latino audience, they can have fun, but sometimes they get a little, closed off and kind of embarrassed to laugh. We're a Latino audience, always gonna have a good time, always gonna laugh. And usually at the end, they'll give you a pot or oranges.
Theme parks are enjoyed by Latinos all over America, but there has never been a theme park devoted to Latino culture. Until now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Cholo Land. Come on in and see all the fun things. Hey fellas, you can get your ass kicked down at, hey, what you looking at, land? And then ladies, why don't you have a nice fight with a psycho Latina at, I'll kick your ass, punta bitch, land? And then of course you can finish the day at a lovely little ride called It's a Bad Neighborhood. Huh? I think we all know the song. It's a neighborhood where there's always a fight, and the cops never come to patrol here at night. There are cholos and hoes wearing loose-fitting clothes. It's a bad, bad neighborhood. It's a real bad neighborhood. Everybody, it's a real bad neighborhood. One more time. It's a real bad neighborhood. It's a real bad neighborhood.
I hate flying.
Me too.
Relax, it's okay. It's safe. It's safe for the driving a car, eh? That's what they tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are currently experiencing a little bit of turbulence. Actually, we're gonna die. Bye-bye.
Looks like the car needs a tune-up, eh? Wow, this is a cheap airline. I'm telling you that we're gonna die, eh? I didn't get to do a lot of things in my life, man.
Tell me.
Well, to be honest with you, I wanted to, climb a mountain and, drive a race car and well, I'm your big fan, you know that.
I always wanted to be with a man.
Hey, it's quite ironic, because I'm a man. You gotta be quiet. We're gonna die right now. Really?
We're going down.
Quite ironic about that too, huh? I heard about you, eh? Your guest spots y todo. You always made me laugh, eh? That's very sexy. Very sexy, mijo. We're gonna die, but I don't care. Right now, I'm filled with all kind of angst and things I haven't done. I don't care what happens or what I say or what I do. We got 3 minutes to live.
I could do it in 2.
Really?
False alarm, folks. My bus wore off. Looks like it's blue skies ahead.
Got a pulga in there. Look
Yeah, look at it over here. Yeah, man. Raiders, baby. Yeah.
Hey, Lakers. Sorry, adjusting my shirt.
How are you? You're
Prodigal son.
Prodigal son. Yeah.
Yes,
Hey, listen, man. I can rap. I can.
Yeah,
I can flow.
Right. Well, if you can flow, let me hear something.
I'm Kevin Ray in the place to be, and I stand not quite 6'3", but I do listen to David Lee. Why are you laughing?
Right.
Then I do a little soft shoe.
So first of all, you say you rap. Where did you get your rapping from? What part of hip hop? I'm trying to.
I bought some books on tape.
You one of those guys. Oh, okay.
First, the first tape is hip, the second tape is hop.
Stabbing in their neck. I'm stabbing them. Punch you in your balls, hit you in your eye, son. What? I'm shooting white folk all day long, baby. Shoot you 10 times in your brain, cause I'm insane. Word. Stick a gun to his head. Boom! I shoot. His head goes all over the place. Hit you in your face. Punk, bitch. What I do. This is the right here, son. Word. All in your face, bitch. Take it. Yeah. Word. Oh, my man. I don't mean to disturb you, man. Would you like to buy some hip-hop?
It depends. Have you accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior? Every time.